In honor of Mother's Day, I am partnering with TressAllure to recreate my mom's iconic short gray hair. My mom passed away in 2008 when I was only 35 years old, and it was devastating. And when TressAllure reached out and asked if I would like to participate in this idea of theirs for Mother's Day, it took me a couple of days to say yes. I looked through pictures and just remembered my mom and missed her. And I am so honored to be able to be here today and honor my mom and her hair. So for those of you missing your mom on Mother's Day or every day, I know what it's like. But today, let's remember the good and look at a couple of short gray wigs. Shall we? My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm so glad that you're here today to join me in this rather unusual video for me. I love showing you guys all different types of wigs, even wigs and styles and colors that maybe aren't my personal preference in this season of my life, because I just know if somebody out there is looking for just about any style that's being sold on the market today. I've always said there is a head for every wig, almost, and I'm really thrilled to be able to use the Mother's Day campaign as an excuse to show you these two TressAllure wigs in the gorgeous color 38/51/60. I don't have any really excellent pictures of my mom, unfortunately. You know, she passed away in 2008, and while, you know, digital pictures and our cameras on our phones and things were coming into their own, we weren't a family that took a ton of pictures, and so I really struggled to find some good pictures to show you guys. I think the wig on my head is the best match. This is Chopped Pixie from TressAllure's Look Fabulous Realistic Light Fiber collection. This one has a lace front and a full mono top, and it does have kind of these short layers, which my mom had. I'll show you this one from all around. Now, I struggled to pick what color would work best, and unfortunately, I think I picked too light of a color for the pictures that I have. Now, my mom's hair was a lot like this at the very end. We just don't have a lot of pictures from that time. They have other grays as well, so if you love gray hair, you're looking for gray hair, they do have a couple of other options in these styles that you can check out, and I will put some links in the description box below. But let me tell you a little bit about my mom. So my mom was 67 when she passed away in 2008. She had been diagnosed with colon cancer 6 weeks before she passed away, and she went faster than any of us could ever imagine. We thought we had a lot more time with her, and it was really devastating. I was going through a really hard season of my life, and my mom was my daycare for my 3 kids while my life was kind of in shambles. And so not only did I lose my mom really suddenly, I lost my daycare, and it really threw my life into incredible turmoil, as if it wasn't already in turmoil. And I am sad that my kids didn't really get to know my mom, and especially my younger 2, they really don't have a lot of memories of grandma. And that, among many other things, is one of the unfortunate things about losing my mom so young. And for those of you who've lost your mom in a similar way, I'm not going to cry. I promise I'm not going to cry. It's been a really long time, but talking about it kind of dredges up all those memories. So instead, I'm just really excited to be able to honor her a little bit by showing you these hairstyles. So let's take a look at this gorgeous Chopped Pixie while my tears dry a little bit. This is what I mean by a full mono top. You can part this anywhere you want on the very top, although this is pretty short, so you're not really going to have much of a part because it's kind of lifted right there because of how short the fibers are, but this doesn't have any permatease. We've got ear tabs with soft bendable stays, extended nape, we've got Velcro adjusters, and we have open wefting throughout. And here we have got brushed Pixie in the same color, 38/51/60. This one has a basic cap. So this one doesn't have a lace front. It doesn't have the monofilament on top, and therefore it is more affordable. And a couple of the bigger differences, this one has longer bangs. So just a little bit longer, but my mom's bangs were real short. So this one doesn't match her hair as well in the bang area. And because this has a basic cap, it has a little bit of permatease on the top, and the fibers just don't move quite as freely on the top. So you kind of get them into place, and then they're sort of there, versus this one right here, the Chopped Pixie, because it's got a monofilament on top, these fibers actually move more realistically, more independently, I would say, because they are hand tied into that monofilament by individual strands. That's one of the reasons why wigs like this are more expensive than wigs like this, because they're more labor intensive to make. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. Something I think every wig wearer should own, every short hair wig wearer should own, is 𝘠𝘦𝘢𝘥 Peace Out Cream. This tub is 6.5 years old. I've almost used it. I will put a picture of what this looks like now because it's not in the same tub, but I love Peace Out Cream to really play with your short wigs. The tiniest little bit goes such a very long way, and you just basically melt it. It's a really thick, kind of a paste almost, really slippery though, and you melt it, and then you just play with your wigs. You can really piece out a short wig with this. You can get it to be spiky. Now on that one, I would use it to piece out the bangs to get them with a little lift. On this one, I don't want to do that because I don't have a lace front. It's not going to look as realistic. But if you like your short pixies to be kind of piecey and spiky, and you like to get a little lift in them, I mean, look at what a difference that has made. And it gives you so much flexibility with the short style, because you can really amp it up maybe for an event or something fun, and then you can really smooth it out for everyday wear, where you don't want to look like you tried too hard with your hair. It's just such a great accessory to have. It's a little pricey. I think it's like $25, but like I said, this little tub has lasted me 6.5 years. I got it in the very beginning of my wig wearing journey, and such a little bit is all you need. So the price tag may look expensive for what you get, but it lasts years and years. And so for that, I think it's just worth every penny. And I threw the Chopped Pixie back on, the first one I had on, just so I could demonstrate what I meant. With that lace front, you can play with it and get it way off of your hair, off of your forehead if you really want to. Got a little bit of Peace Out cream on here, and I'm just trying to piece those bangs out, because that's honestly how my mom's hair was in at least one of the pictures that I grabbed. But truly, you can just do so much with these. It does have a little bit of hair on the sides here, so if you don't want to tuck it behind your ears, you don't have to. The other one didn't have quite as much hair on the sides, but I am a tucker, and when I wear short wigs, I like it to be tucked behind my ears. So honestly, this is so fun. And this does feel quite a bit lighter weight than the other one, even though they don't weigh significantly different. I would say because these fibers are so light, and it does feel like there's just a little bit more, the fibers aren't all together as much as on the other piece. So that's the product of having a full mono top. They're both gorgeous, they're both practical, and they both wear super well. So if you don't want to spend all the money to get all the cap features, you absolutely don't have to do that. Both of these wigs come in other colors, so if this is not your cup of tea, there's blondes, there's brunettes, so there are choices when it comes to color, and TressAllure has a ton of styles. I'm really a huge fan of this brand. I think they make really great wigs, and some of my all-time favorite wigs are TressAllure wigs, so definitely recommend them. That's it, just my mom's hair, and I've enjoyed walking down memory lane just a little bit with my mom. If you have a mom story that you want to tell it in the comments. I'd love to hear, whether it's a sad story or a happy story or somewhere in between. Tell me a little bit about your mom. I would love to hear it. Thanks for watching, you guys. And I will put some links to these wigs in the description box, as well as some tip videos to help you on your wig journey. See you guys soon. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.